Obviously, all wrestlers at one time were professional wrestling fans. I've been a fan for years. I go back to the days of Anthony Naraka, Argentino Apollo, the Graham brothers, so on and so forth, the Valiant brothers, Captain Lou Albano, who's one of my mentors, Tough Tony Altamari. The list goes on and on. You know, I've been around for a long time, a lot longer than I care to admit. I went to school in 1985 for professional wrestling. I had a couple of tryouts here and there, and just recently also, I talked to Dusty Rhodes, Harley Race. The list goes on and on. There's a lot of organizations out there, but they know who I am. They think I have talent. They think I have charisma. We know who you are. But you know what? There's just not a spot for everybody in the World Wrestling Federation. There's hundreds and thousands of wrestlers out there. And like I said, you have a better chance at making it to Major League Baseball or the NFL than you do in the world of professional wrestling. Everybody thinks that you can just show up and become a professional wrestler or learn a few moves and you can be a wrestler. Well, it's not that way. Believe me, it's not that way. It's one of the toughest things that you will ever try in your life. These guys are professional athletes. This is what they do for a living. Yes, it's entertainment. Yes, the matches are predetermined, but you have to get out there and perform night in and night out. You have to be in tremendous shape. And these guys, you guys that are wrestling fans, and especially the ladies out there, you can attest these guys are in tremendous shape. They are in tremendous shape. It's what they do for a living.
Another question, you obviously been a lot about wrestling matches over the years. What is the one that sticks out in your mind most?
It's nice to see you had something to add to the show. That's what I like to see. One of my most memorable moments would have to be taking over for the North American Wrestling Alliance and becoming commissioner and filling the office vacated by the legendary, the living legend, Bruno Sammartino, who was one of my idols growing up as a kid. And that was pretty memorable, taking his office as commissioner for NAWA. Also being able to work with the stars like Jimmy Snuka and King Kong Bundy and the legendary Killer Kowalski and Terry Funk. Just to be able to go on the road with these guys. I remember sitting in a hotel somewhere in New York City with Yokozuna before he passed away, and Jimmy Anvil Neidhart. And this was about a month after Owen Hart had that tragic accident where he fell 70 feet into the middle of the ring and broke his neck and died right on the spot. Now, Jimmy Anvil Neidhart, if you're familiar, it was Owen Hart's brother-in-law. So just to sit there and listen to Neidhart and Yokozuna reminisce about Owen Hart, that right there is worth more than anything I could ever accomplish in this business. Listening to the old-timers, the veterans, the respect, the experience, the road stories, that right there is worth more than ever signing a contract with the World Wrestling Federation. Now, those are my memorable moments.
Let me ask you, you've been into the independent professional wrestling. What do you see coming out? It's actually a dying fad now. Wow, what do you have to say to those kids who think they can be all that and in the backyard wrestling?
Yeah. Well, it's good. I guess I can go to my public service announcement here when it comes to backyard wrestling. It's very dangerous. People saw Mick Foley jump 20 feet off a house, 15 years ago, and they think they can do it. The backyard wrestling is very dangerous. And if the parents are letting these kids do this, all these kids are doing is injuring themselves. They're hurting themselves. They are not professionals. They are not qualified. They've never stepped into a wrestling ring. They don't know what it takes. They think getting out there and cutting yourself or doing something hardcore is becoming a professional wrestler. All they're doing is getting hurt. The most important thing for kids in this day and age is your education and going to school and staying away from drugs and staying away from smoking. If I can put out one message to all the kids out there that are professional wrestling fans, it's go to the gym. Get in shape. Listen to your parents. Go to school. Stay away from all the bad things and the bad people that are out there in society and media. That's all we focus on is the negative. We have to focus on the positive. There's a lot of good things out there. Life is too short. And our kids and the generations coming up need to realize that education and listening to your parents and staying away from drugs and alcohol and smoking is the most important thing that you can do, in my opinion. School of Broadcasting, and the first thing we learned was about dead air. And being on a 5-year show, I'm kind of surprised that you guys, the way you look, the way you presented yourself, that you would have dead air. I can talk all night. You can see that I don't shut up. I'll talk about on and on and on and on. This is what you're supposed to do.
All right, well, anybody in the audience have any questions for Big Daddy, the Guardian of Chaos?
Don't all jump on the course. I'll feel them all day, all night.
All right, well, that's about it for now.
I'm not done yet.
Okay.
This may be SportsWire, also very easily could be the Big Daddy Show. And not for nothing, I have a personal issue here right now, and it happens to be with you. I already had, back out of the way, I already had one person in my life, Kevin Nash, I think, in the World Wrestling Federation, already stole my name. I am the guardian of chaos, Big Daddy. It's come to my attention that you call yourself Big Daddy Cool. What I want to know is, shut up. This is serious. What I want to know, what are you laughing at? This is no joke. I'm serious here right now. If I can get silence in the crowd. I am the only Big Daddy. I am the original Big Daddy. You can be Big Fan anything you want, but Big Daddy Cool, I take offense to it. Okay? I just want you to know that I take offense to it. Take your glasses off, because we can go man to man over this. Okay? And I want you, I don't know if I take off your jacket, don't get carried away. Now, what if you turn around and face the camera so you can see the side? Come over here. Come over here and face the camera so you can turn around. You said you wanted to be Big Daddy Cool, but there's only one Big Daddy.
I don't think we're